to Blind Way Back. I'm Aaron.
Eric.
We're back with Clone Wars. We're in the last 2 episodes, Eric. I don't even have notes because I don't even think I need notes because I'm remembering all of this. I'm not forgetting anything.
Yeah. There's nothing I'm forgetting. I got notes, but I don't need to look at them. Last episode was,
Siege.
and the episode before,
We've had
probably
the
some of the.
siege, man. We've started it.
Yeah.
We're in deep. It may be done. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe. I don't know. This has certainly been like. This last episode was the episode that I've watched the most immediately after watching it for the first time, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can understand that for sure.
And there's just so many interesting things that like keep popping up that I didn't think about the first time. Like being like, Maul and Ahsoka are fighting, but down here, Mandalorians dressed like Maul are fighting clones dressed like Ahsoka. Yeah. I'm like, huh. That's,
yeah.
What an interesting thing.
Which is, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, with what we've had, the Siege of Mandalore may be done, and we may be going into what I'm hoping will be some Order 66 kind of episode 3 conclusions of these characters that were never really, discussed in the show or in the movies or into Rebels. Like we never really got a lot of answers. I actually watched a couple of the scenes from when like Rex meets up with like Kanan, and when Ahsoka and Rex meet back up and stuff like that too from Rebels, and there's a few mentions of things, but like it's there's a little vague moments. Like Rex was like a Jedi. I haven't seen a Jedi since. And then he stops, but then a little bit later he goes, he talks about the Siege of Mandalore. And I was like, well, if he already knows about the Siege of Mandalore, why didn't you say I haven't seen a Jedi since the Siege of Mandalore or anything, So I feel like there's some more story in there that we haven't seen or know yet. So I'm excited to see, hopefully, some of that, maybe some answers as to what happens with Rex.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time, and a subject for a poll is when do we think we will see something like Order 66? So the poll was, when do you think Order 66 will take place, next episode or the final episode? And I think people were ready for it because 82% said they wanted this episode, 18% said for the final episode. And I'm kind of in agreement. Like, Order 66 is a thing I think I know we're going to see. Other than that, I have no idea what we're going to see.
You think you know?
So I think
I know we're going to see it.
I'm just like, it's the one thing that I expect.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't have any expectations for everything else. So I'm almost would be more excited to have it in this episode, and then the final episode, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Well, the thing with that too is it's such a big moment that I would imagine that there needs to be fallout and repercussions going on that would very well take 2 episodes to kind of get things to wrap up the show. Like I don't imagine we're gonna see more Anakin or Obi-Wan because that's taken care of in episode 3.
Yeah,
but I feel like you need the resolution of like what's happening with the clones or with Rex, or does maybe Rex find Gregor and Wolf, right?
And Wolf, yeah.
Like, does he find them here, or do they find each other later?
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure either.
I'm sure those are questions that we'll be able to better answer when we're done with the episode, maybe done with the next one. But those are all exciting connections to be able to make with stuff that we know and then the stuff that we don't know. Yeah. I'm just I'm going through the comments on Patreon a little bit, but most of them are just like this one, next one, this one, rather than being anything specific. So,
I get you.
And most, I don't want to get to the bottom because some of those people might have already seen it because they get it at 3 a.m. and watch. So
true.
Anyway,
I also want to say, if you guys wanted to see us talk a little bit more about the fight, we talked about it a lot last episode, but there is also, we watched a behind the scenes video. Talk about
inside
that.
The duel.
Inside the duel. So make sure you guys check that out. It's probably up already. So if you didn't see that yet, you can check that out. And we talk about Rey and Lauren playing Ahsoka and Maul and their fight, and it's great.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, I'm kind of don't want to start.
You got to
because I don't want it to be over.
We got one more episode, Eric. We don't have to be sad yet.
Okay,
let's go. This right here reminds me of fan films. Like the title sequence you get for like a lightsaber fan film thing that's going on, and it's like
technically because Ahsoka defeated Maul, she should be the rightful ruler of this planet.
Oh wow, destruction, man.
Your people need a new kind of leader.
My sister tried that. I never understood her idealism.
I have the council waiting.
And Master Skywalker. Were you able to contact him?
He was at the meeting when I left to get you.
They haven't done Palpatine yet, then.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi.
Oh,
The dark side of the Force surrounds the Chancellor.
this is right from episode 3.
If he does not give up his emergency powers after the destruction of Grievous, then he should be removed from office.
Great care we must take.
That scene cut in episode 3.
Was a success.
Yes. I
This is
have
what
Maul in
happened.
custody. I will escort Commander Rex when he delivers him to Coruscant.
Oh.
A great service to the Republic you have done,
I did my duty as a citizen.
not as a Jedi.
No. Not yet.
Oh.
Master Kenobi?
Engage the enemy. He has.
This is when it starts.
Then the war could be over soon.
That depends on the Chancellor.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, citizen. These
Ah,
matters are
you
for the
dick.
Council to discuss.
Well, I mean, she said
Citizen.
she's not a Jedi.
I know.
Yoda stays.
Ahsoka, more to say, have you? A message for Skywalker, perhaps?
No, Master. Thank you. I'll tell him
Fuck.
myself when I see him.
I'll tell him when I see him.
May the Force be with you, Padawan.
Still calls her Padawan.
Mhm. Oh, look at that.
I
The
know.
Mandalorians and the troopers.
And there's Coruscant guard back there. Whoa! Look at that box.
I thought it was carbonite
It's
at
like
first, the way they were wheeling it out.
It's like a. Oh, that's
Ren?
Sabine. Yeah,
Sabine's mom or whatever.
that's so funny that Mandalorians still have their boxes to keep Jedi in.
A relic of a bygone era.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mandalorians had reason to imprison you force-wielding maniacs.
I thought your sister outlawed such devices.
She did.
Sabine should be around, right? She was older than Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's just there looking,
I
steaming.
know.
Look at him.
Fogging it up.
He doesn't want to go back to Coruscant. Man, you trapped with him one time. Okay, at least you're going to a bigger ship. I
Yeah.
want to be trapped with him on a little ship.
It's so goddamn tense. This music, man.
This ship is kind of like the one that they flew in Brothers. It just doesn't have the jetpacks on the feet.
It reminds me of the one. That's so weird and scary and cool. It's like monolith box.
Yeah.
And the dark side has never been stronger right now, you know? He's in a cell inside of a cell.
Dude, it reminds me of what Luminara was in.
So goddamn tense.
Mhm.
And that looks so imperial.
We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers. But all I've been since I was a Padawan is a soldier.
Well, I've known no other way.
The Republic couldn't have asked for better soldiers, nor I a better friend.
I thought he was gonna hug her.
Commander X, the latest briefing has come in.
I mean, Anakin goes, and then Mace goes after him, and then
Yeah, are we here?
That's
Is
it.
it,
We're-
is,
we're-
has the time happened now?
the time, I think, has come.
Oh my goodness, he's sensing it.
Dude, it's Hayden.
Yeah.
They
No,
can feel
it's
it.
so
They can
good.
feel it.
What have I done?
Oh my god.
Execute Order 66.
Yes, Lord Sidious.
What does that mean?
Rex, it's Anakin. I feel like
Shit,
something
turn them off.
terrible has happened.
Oh.
Fuck no, man. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it, but
No! Stay back!
Oh, there's a tear.
Find him. Find him. Fives. Find him!
Fives knew
Yep.
about it.
Yep.
Ugh. Dude, Anakin's dark deeds.
Oh my goodness. This music.
Dude, he fought more than any other clone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had a tear.
Yeah.
He's like shaking.
Damn.
All right. We know Ahsoka Tano's on board. She's been marked for termination by Order 66. Under this directive, any and all Jedi leadership must be executed for treason against the Republic. Let's get moving.
I hate Rex talking like this, man.
Me too. That's the most explanation I feel like we've gotten of Order 66 as well.
He needs to find fives. When he was saying that, that was crazy. Maul's ready.
Is Ahsoka gonna help, or is he gonna make it out? I know he's not gonna die. You know what I mean?
He's gonna make it out, I think. He's been waiting. He knows this is the moment.
Yeah, but how like trapped in there is he? Can he move? You know?
I don't know.
There we go. Yes, that's what I was waiting on.
Fuck.
Yep, they gotta work together.
Damn.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he didn't know.
I was not privy to my master's plan, but now I see it. He turned the Jedi's own army against them.
Jesus.
I need a diversion, and you're it. Now go cause some chaos. It's what you're good at.
Maul, smash.
Kinda, yeah.
First time they meet in Rebels, he goes, Lady Tano, still running, I see.
Yeah, that might be the last time they see each other then.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to help? It could be dangerous.
Aren't any of these the droids from the, remember the droid squad? Or D squad or whatever it was? Remember that?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what they look like.
I don't. Yeah.
5555. Yes, fives.
Yeah. Okay, Rex. What am I looking for?
Oh,
Dude,
there's the
man.
Jedi that he killed.
Dude, Rex got up the message out even though.
Oh.
A grievance report was filed by CT-7567.
R7, bring up that report. It's sealed. Try Anakin's passcode. 8108.
8108.
There's a possibility that the inhibitor chips the Kaminoans put inside us have a purpose that we don't yet fully understand.
Oh, they're fighting Maul. Fall back, fall back.
Dude, he's unarmed.
Look at him. Oh, man.
Dude, he gets a Vader.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, Sam Witwer, Force Unleashed, baby.
Is it? Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Damn.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez, man.
That was such a Rogue One
That was
moment.
crazy. I love it. Oh, man. Sealing him in here.
Holy shit.
Look up.
Where is she?
I'm right here.
Oh. Zip, zap, zap, zap.
Careful.
R7, bitch.
We're trying not to hurt him.
Oh, they're gonna carry him?
Yeah,
What?
the medical bay.
They're gonna get the chip out.
Is she gonna remove it?
He's got to. I don't know what else is gonna happen. Close that door.
If she can do this for him, he can do it for others, you know? For Wolf and Gregor.
I am one with the Force, and the
Oh,
Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
You found it.
You found it?
Beautiful woman. Oh, god damn it, Aaron.
damn good.
R7, get him under and remove that
Dave
thing.
Filoni's fucking with us.
I don't know if it will work.
Hey, Maul's gonna do it for her? Wouldn't that be something?
I don't know. Rex.
Did they get it? Yeah, Rex.
Rex? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, kid. I'm okay.
Kid.
Sorry for what happened earlier. Ahsoka, it's all of us. The entire Grand Army of the Republic has been ordered to hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
Now what? No, don't end. Don't end. Dang it. I want more. Man, I don't want it to end. Now
Yeah.
you know.
That was so. Yeah.
Well, it's what I want. I feel like this is what you
Yeah.
have to have, and then you have to have another episode also helping to wrap up Order 66 occurring. You know.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was so the moment whenever Rex turns and his like hands shaking. And
I know it is. Yeah, the helmet shaking,
and he
and
turns around. There's a tear down his face and stuff, and he's trying not to, but
he realizes what's happening. And before that free will is taken, he says 5, fine 5s. Like he's of all the clones, he resisted the most, man.
Mm-hmm. He did. Oh man, he's like playing with my emotions at different parts. I love it though. It's so good.
I know. I'm really shaken right now. That was.
Yeah. I also loved like the little like echoes, the visions or whatever of like like Maul was sensing it, and Ahsoka was sensing it with like back to episode 3.
Yeah, and it was straight up Sam Jackson, Ian. I almost said Abercrombie. It's who he plays in the Clone Wars, but McDermott and Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, like that was they could have easily had the Clone Wars people do that, but I'm glad they kept it Hayden.
Well, what's interesting is in the credits here it says Force Vision, and it says Anakin was Hayden, but then it says Anakin as Matt Lanter. And,
Well,
and it says
the last line
and it says Mace
was
Windu
Matt.
is Samuel L. Jackson. But the other thing though is like Darth Sidious isn't listed there. He's listed above as Ian McDermott. So I wonder if he did some other lines just for the episode as well, maybe. I'm not sure. It's just weird that they have that Force Vision thing kind of separated, but they have Ian McDermott up there with Darth Sidious.
I think the last thing that Anakin said, "What have I done?" That sounded like Matt Lanter to me.
Gotcha.
Which is cool. I love that they like melded it together. If that's in fact the case. I'm really affected. I don't know what to say.
It was really good. I know I'm going through. The moment with the like the Jedi Council talking.
Yeah.
You know, like seeing like stuff from episode 3, right? Like having some of that conversation there that they're having, and then having it kind of continue on to Ahsoka coming in. I also love that
Padawan.
Yoda still looks
and
at her
Mace
like
holds a little bit of
Padawan.
resentment when he's like, "Okay, citizen," because she called herself a citizen. He's treating her like one, you know. Silas Carson, Coyote Mundi. That's the guy that played him in the movies.
Yeah, Ayla didn't talk at all.
No,
she was just kind of there. The one fun thing is Cheap was voiced by Dave Filoni here.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, he's third build.
I was looking up the list of the droids from the D Squadron, and I don't think it's any of the same droids we had here. So I just thought it would be kind of cool if it was, but
yeah, I wonder if there's something to like Ahsoka's affinity for droids that she got from Anakin.
Yeah,
that like she got that help where all these other Jedi, they don't feel that way about droids. They didn't have that immediate help, you know?
Yeah, true.
Did it seem to you like Ahsoka was deflecting the laser blast on top of that table up, and that's why it looked so like holy as opposed to being cut with a lightsaber?
I mean, it's possible. It also would explain, like, if it's going up and hitting there, that's why it was like causing smoke and stuff too. So
yeah,
she was,
it's like she
creating
was
an escape.
Yeah, she was using their laser blast to cut through the ceiling. I was like, huh, that's really interesting. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, kind of watching it a little bit here, like you don't see everyone go up, but you do see a lot of them going upward.
Yeah. Man.
I'm trying to think what to say. It was done. It's what I want. I wanted Order 66.
Yeah.
I don't want it though. You know what I mean? Like it's a terrible moment, and I wish, you know, maybe she would have told Mace Windu and Yoda and them like what she was told by Darth Maul, and maybe that would have changed things. And I kind of want to see what that would have happened and have her save the day. But I also know that can't happen because it changes all the canon and everything's different, and then we don't have Luke Skywalker going and doing what he's doing. And
And I mean, she just straight up does not trust the council.
True.
Like they don't trust her. Like Yoda obviously was like, "You can still come back," but she's like, "No, not yet." And if it wasn't now, it's not going to be at all.
Yeah.
Dude, what really got me was, I mean, Rex wakes up, he fires on his own brothers, and then he calls her kid. I don't know why. That got me. Yeah, kid, I'm okay. It was so strong.
Yeah. He even tossed in that little Chirwit Imwe.
Yeah.
The
And it
force is
was
with me.
it created a connection with Rex, and she was able to find it that way. That was, man, that was so good. I don't know. I don't think I'm usually left speechless because I could talk forever and ever and ever about last episode, but this episode, I'm just sitting here like, man. I mean, they were playing Anakin's Dark Deeds. I believe it was the same song from episode 3.
Oh, they definitely played that whenever they turned on Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, oh man, this music's so good.
I believe. Am I right? Is that the name of the track?
I don't know if it's called Dark Deeds.
There's 2 parts of it. The part that one I think is the first part, and the second part is they used it in Jedi Fallen Order, I believe.
Yeah, the one this one was the da 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 da, right? That part.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah, it was used a lot in the SWTOR cinematic trailers as well. Like when Malgus is coming out from the temple and he puts his hood up. Da-da-na-na-na-na. Da-da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yes. Dude, you want to talk about some dark deeds? Maul coming down that hallway with no weapon.
Yeah.
It's so intimidating. It looks so cool.
I think he might have one-up Vader from Rogue One, man. I think he did. He was taking people's heads off with doors.
Dude, yeah, he didn't even have a saber. He was just ripping off metal from the walls, smashing
That's
people.
what
He cut into a guy, into his abdomen, decapitated 2 other guys, cut a guy's arm off. Like, it's so crazy. I love it.
I mean, because you got to think, like, we've talked about, I said a couple times in the reaction, like right now with all of that, that's going to make Maul stronger because he calls upon the dark side. The dark side is pulsing right now to the point where, like I said, it's like Sam Witwer getting to do some more Force Unleashed shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when he came around the corner, like right before he came around the corner, I'm like, but he doesn't have a weapon. I'm like, oh yeah, he doesn't need one.
The idea of like, oh, this is a kid's show. And like, no, things have gotten so much darker, and we've reached episode 3 time frame. It's
yeah,
it's really good. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I just keep on thinking of like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like it's a lot of what I wanted, but also I don't want to see it because it's tearing friends apart and and I don't think Ahsoka's gonna see. I don't think they're gonna make it to Coruscant now because that was one thing too. I was like, oh man, we're gonna go to Coruscant.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna make it there, or are we gonna not get to the Coruscant place, or I don't know, but definitely not. I don't know. Maybe we should go to Q&As. That'll help jumpstart our brains.
It will.
Into the conversations we need because it's just like right now I'm just trying to like, think about it and absorb it. And
me too.
And like I feel like I need to watch it again to really.
Me too. Yeah, it was really affecting. And we should mention too that I can't wait to watch the next one, and I don't have to wait that long because it is going to release on Monday, May the 4th.
Oh, okay.
So when we come back after the weekend, we're gonna have the final episode of Clone Wars to watch.
Man,
I know.
It's cool. It's over. I don't.
All right, so the first one is Logan Britton, who says, with Ahsoka saying Chirrut Imwe's motto from Rogue One, do you think that Ahsoka could have met a younger Chirrut? Possibly, but I think that it's a larger teaching of the Jedi. And Chirrut,
it's a mantra, right?
Yeah, Chirrut was kind of like he was a guardian of the wills, I believe they called it there. So he was kind of like part of like a Force church. So I think Ahsoka was just kind of saying a mantra. It's not that it's Chirrut's motto, it's a Jedi motto that Chirrut also has.
Yeah.
When it's about just trust, it's about trust right there. It's a athlete or a pilot, saying a prayer, even though, they might not even be thinking about it. Like some people just start saying the Lord's Prayer, a lot.
Yeah,
it gives them kind of a focus or something.
It's more related to the religion of the Force, not so much of like she's met Chirrut or anything like that. But not to say that's not possible, but no, I took it more of like, man, I love that they're using it, and like it kind of connects to like what we saw in Rogue One. But I took it more of like this is like a motto or a mantra or something like that, where it's just trying to direct her focus and like maybe calm her mind, because this is a stressful time, Yeah, like she's being hunted by her friends. And she's trying to clear her head and focus on what she needs to find to save Rex. And I think that's more of what she was doing there.
Yeah, I agree. Andrew says, given what happens in this episode, what are your expectations for the final episode of Clone Wars? And are you satisfied with how Rex got his chip removed? I'm extremely satisfied with how Rex got his chip removed. Better than what I would have come up with.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, it's done in like a good fashion. I also liked what happened in season 6, where there's like fives and the conspiracy and all that kind of stuff, and there's like this hunt trying to figure out what's going on, and like back then I'm like, man, maybe Rex can find something out, or maybe there's something going on. And even a few episodes ago, I'm like, maybe Maul kind of knows and he can help get Rex saved and whatnot. But here we find out like Maul didn't know. No one knew what this plan was except for probably the Caminos, I guess, because they obviously knew.
Yeah,
they had
ones,
or at least had some idea.
Yeah,
Dooku must have known, Lord Tyrannus, and then Darth Sidious. Like it was played fairly close to the chest. I feel like for Sidious. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of always had the feeling. I thought that Maul knew, and I even speculated when he was talking about soldiers bred for war. Maybe he knew why the clones were the way they were, why he was going after an older clone like Jesse, but he didn't know.
No,
and he got to appreciate his master's genius one more time.
Yeah.
So, man.
As far as for next episode, I don't really know. I'm not sure what to expect now. Like I figured it's got to be some kind of resolution over everything, but in what fashion or what way or how do they do it? I don't know.
I should say, guys, that we're gonna only have one question per person because there's so many and we can't possibly get to them all. So if you have one question you want answered above all others, only put that one in. Yeah, but you only got one more to do for next week. So we'll go with Shy, who says Maul hallway scene or Vader hallway scene. I was just a type for Maul. Well, Shy, I'm gonna go Daredevil hallway scene just because of the
what?
Just how amazing.
Can you just toss in number 3?
No.
They're both really good. The thing I loved about
for me to guess right now.
The thing I loved about Maul was that he came in walking so intimidating. The troopers are like, fall back. He doesn't even have his saber, Whereas like Vader's was very intimidating and kind of scary, but like that saber turns on through the light, the darkness just shining through. You just have this red. That part was done very well as well. So
I agree.
I might go with Maul.
I think it's unfair of me to answer because I just watched it and I'm still coming off of it,
Yeah.
Because I mean, the music of the Rogue One is amazing.
Yeah.
The Hope soundtrack, and it has the hidden Imperial March in it. But what you can say is that Sam Witwer is in both of those scenes.
Damn it, Eric! I was gonna say that.
That says "Open fire."
Yeah.
So the real winner is Sam Witwer here. Okay, I don't remember if Maul actually spoke in that scene or not, but still, we know. No. Thomas says, "Did you guys watch a behind-the-scenes video of Star Wars YouTube channel?" Maul? Yep, we did. You can check out that reaction on the channel. Star Wars Plagueis says, "I love that Maul got a Rogue One-like scene with the first arm being cut in Clone Wars. Is it the first arm being cut off? Interesting." And he also says, hearing Matt Lanner also say, "What have I done?" hurt me a bit. I'm not going to lie. And also, the helmet design on Maul's cage definitely looked Beskar. Yeah, the cage was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I saw it, I'm thinking, the Mandalorians have a lot of experience with keeping Jedi in line. And that's exactly what it is. It's the last box they got.
No, the cage thing was really cool. I like that. What was the other part of it? that you had?
Hearing Matt Lanner saying "What have I done?" hurt me a bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And
And the arm
this
thing,
being the first
right?
arm, yeah.
Is that the first arm? I'm thinking about that. It's weird that Clone Wars always gotta have an arm cut off somewhere, or not Clone Wars, but Star Wars.
Star Wars,
right?
A hand has to fall to the ground, not attached to a body. Yes. But that doesn't happen in Resistance. Very rarely would happen in Rebels. Clone Wars is still keeping it real.
Yeah. I was talking about how like that box reminded me of Luminara, but I was looking up. Hers is a box. She is in one, and there's like a little glass thing that you can see her face through. But it's much more body shaped, much more like coffin like.
Gotcha, like a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they had something like that and they just put her in it and just let her die or something. Like I wasn't sure what they did.
Yeah, and even the scene in which you're talking about that, and then they're looking at the people like, what kind of where do the Mandalorians go from here? Is a question I want answered, but I don't know if I want Clone Wars to answer. I don't know.
I mean, could you dive into a book? Like could there be a book called Mandalore
stuff? Yeah.
Or could you have could there be a movie, or could that be answered within the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
We could have some answers there because that ties into the Darksaber and some different things. So.
Andrew Sanford says Mace is a bitch. That's all.
What? No, I don't know. I mean, he has his attitude and stuff.
He's resentful a little bit of Ahsoka, I think, but I he's got a lot on his. He's about to ready to die, guys.
I think also
Mace just died.
Part of that there was that Yoda would ever mention the Jedi thing, and she's like, not yet, a citizen.
Yeah.
And I think Mace kind of went into the idea of like, well, if you want to be a citizen, then I'll treat you like a citizen. I won't treat you like a Jedi. So I don't know that he's wrong necessarily in what he's doing. It's more so of like, well, Ahsoka, if this is what you want, then this is how you'll be treated. We don't just tell anybody what's going on in the Jedi Order. We tell Jedi. Yeah. And if you don't want to be a Jedi, then I'm not going to treat you like a Jedi.
Yeah. Peep says, how'd you guys feel that they had Hayden Christensen's voice when Ahsoka felt the disturbance? I thought it definitely connects to episode 3 more, but it was an interesting decision. Well, Peep, I think that they do that to tell everybody watching, here it is. The whole thing last week we had, like, you can hear Sidious scream and it means that they're lining up this way. Like, I never bought that. To me, it just sounds like Sam Witwer doing the scream, which
I never heard the scream.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched someone too. I'm like, well, I guess these kind of line up in like a similar fighting method. But whenever people are like, look, you can hear the scream here and there's this here, and I'm like, I don't get that.
And I just do not buy that they would like, all right, let's tailor the fight to perfectly match this. Like, no, they're just trying to make the fight as good as they can be.
Yeah.
What you're getting is just a happy coincidence of timing, and that happens a lot, all the time. But here, they're like, this is it. Star Wars fans, and it's unapologetically Star Wars fans, this is the moment. People watching this casually are going to be like, what was that? It's like, fuck those people. Right now, if you're a Star Wars fan, this is the moment. And it's going to be more than like a soft, roar before a fight. So I loved it. I think it almost makes it like that moment is so important in this saga that it transcends the casting departments, and they had to just go with the moment.
Now, the one thing with all that, though, that I will say is that I feel like there has to be either a time lapse or something that we're missing a little bit, because you're getting all the really major quotes in that short period of time, which I know, like, that happens. There's that, and then the Order 66 happens. I don't feel like in the movie it happened. Like, there had to be a little bit of time lapse, right? Like, it's not like pop, 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 pop.
They have the scene where he's like, I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. Anakin goes to Palpatine. Palpatine tells him he's the Sith Lord. Anakin tells Mace. Mace and the 3 other Jedi go in there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty close together in terms of like I could see all those things happening within like an hour or two.
Well, no, I agree. What I'm saying is like the Force vision hearing thing that they get has Mace alive, all to Rex getting Order 66, and like she starts having that after Rex is pulled away to get Order 66. So like she's getting this moment. So it did happen beforehand. It's just like there's a little gap there. So I'm curious. I'm like, could you have had it where it's like No, I mean, number one, you couldn't have had
Yeah.
you couldn't have had it during the fight because Mace Windu would be dead and wouldn't be talking to Ahsoka. But
Sure.
it's somewhere in there of them getting on the ship and different feelings maybe that Ahsoka's having or something. It's just they cram
Yeah.
it together really quick, so it's like
They do, but it's probably one of those things where there's like, you know, does the inside of the Force travel faster than the speed of light? You know, like there's probably like a thing where it's like it's rushing throughout the galaxy, and when it hits Ahsoka, like it's outside of kind of like time and space. You know, like she doesn't have like a hollow, you know, chip in her ear listening to something happening live.
Yeah.
It's like it's a thing that is like the Force is screaming. You know.
yeah.
So I get you. Arnie says the music right as Rex fires at Ahsoka after hearing the orders gives me chills, makes me tear up. Watching Rex cry makes me cry. What a fantastic episode. Common
Yes.
says, did you get any Magneto vibes from Maul attacking the clones? Thought it was pretty sick.
I mean, my first thought
yeah.
went to Vader on Rogue
Yeah,
One. It was
me
my
too.
first thought, and then I was just enamored with everything that was happening.
Asavo says, how great was it when Yoda stuck around and talked to Ahsoka? It almost felt like Yoda knew she was keeping something to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's always there too. He was like, "What troubles you?" You know, like I love how he's always there for Jedi, even like Ahsoka, who's like left the Order and is like, "I'm not a Jedi," and he's like, "All right, Padawan," you know, like if you say so.
Stefan says this episode got me in tears. When you think about it, the actions of Fives saved Ahsoka's life. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If Fives doesn't do all the things that he did, Rex doesn't find out about it. He doesn't make the report, and he doesn't hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Ahsoka probably very well could have died, but he was like, "No, I'll do it." You know. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Stefan. Because of what Fives went through, Ahsoka lives. Hashtag Ahsoka lives.
Question
Okay.
mark? This reminds me a little bit of Fallen Order too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of the things happening, you know.
Agreed. Derek the Spider says, "I can't wait to watch Revenge of the Sith and know that Ahsoka pops up like a second later during the Jedi Zoom call."
Yeah, I really want to do some kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it. I want to see some kind of like
I guess like a supercut.
Yeah, I think it'd be so cool to be able to like, is there a way of watching through Star Wars, doing the complete chronological order, watching movies and everything, but then you get into this, and now you got to take Episode 3 and Clone Wars and have a supercut of them together of like, here's the full story so that you can see it all, you know? Because that's where it most kind of like falls upon each other is during this in Episode 3, because Episode 2 and 1 are kind of all before, you know? You're fine.
Definitely. I mean, as a like story experience, I don't think it would be great, but I think as a fan, it would be fantastic.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to, not necessarily like as a first time through,
Yeah.
but like now, like having watched Star Wars, like I want to go through and see it all unfold in an order of here's everything.
A lot of people were asking for predictions for the final episode of Clone
Man,
Wars. I don't know, man.
Don't know.
And I kind of don't want to know. My only thing is like, considering this is here, if there's any kind of time or anything, like maybe my only thing is like maybe we see Vader somehow.
Maybe.
Is the only thing I'm thinking of.
I mean, how do they escape?
Mhm.
Rex Rex has more ability to freely walk around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can utilize that, but what do they find out? Or, you know, do we see how Wolf and Gregor come to join up with Rex and end up on that
maybe.
desert Tremors planet?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. One of the Jedi that, you know, Ahsoka's so close with is Plo Koon. Like, I wonder if you could have, I mean, you know, Plo Koon's dead. He's dead right now.
Yeah,
He
I
died
imagine
immediately.
so. I mean,
Yeah.
we see him cut over, but could there be some gap there where he doesn't die right away? But I
No.
doubt that she gets a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah, he crashes and.
Well,
and
I know
walks
when he
out of it.
dies, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know the time frame. You know, across the galaxy of the orders coming through and him dying. But
No.
I doubt that she gets to say goodbye to any of the Jedi.
Me too. All right, Dev says, guys, this was crazy. I cried like a little kid that I haven't felt like since I was a kid watching Revenge of the Sith for the first time. The music lining up perfectly with Revenge of the Sith, everything. I don't have a question. I'm just in total awe and shock right now. I get you, Dev.
No, I feel like that's us, like what are we saying? You know, like usually we talk no
Yeah.
problem about these episodes, and this one's like it's that bittery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bittersweet because I wanted to see this, and you know, it's coming to the end and everything. But you know, as you were saying too, through the other episodes, I'm like, what's next? What's next? You're like, I know what's next, Aaron. I'm like, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I don't want it to be.
Yeah. Austin says, since all of the escape pods have been destroyed, they are on their way to Coruscant. Do you think we see Coruscant in the next episode? I mean, unless they stop the ship or something, they're going to Coruscant, right? I mean, that makes sense.
Can they use the hangar and get out?
I don't know.
Because I mean, the hangar, they said they were going to put on a higher watch, but like I said,
Yeah.
Rex may have the ability to be able to more freely traverse the ship.
Mhm.
Could you have a way of him? I'll acquire a shuttle. You know, meet me here through the ventilation shafts or something.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Benjamin says, do you think Maul escapes with Ahsoka and Rex or by himself?
I really think they might not see each other again. I
Yeah,
think
me
that
too.
might be the last time they see each other. Is right
Mhm.
there, and then it kind of fits in with still running. You know,
Yeah.
it kind of works.
Drew the Puppet Geek says, this isn't really a profound question, but most of the time my questions are answered while you guys are reacting. But did you guys see the tear? Sad face with tear, question mark, angry face, broken heart emoji, cry face, cry face, cry face.
Yeah, it was one of the first things I saw was during the reaction
Mhm.
is like just Rex's response to it all. You know, he's getting it.
I know.
I think his pupils dilate when he's getting the order. His hands shaking, dropping his helmet. Him saying, you know, fine fives. You know, he has a tear running down his cheek. It's
Yeah.
it's done really well.
Daniel says, wow. I mean, we knew it was coming, but Order 66, man, the music just gives me chills every time. Am I the only one who's completely fine with how Mace handled the talk with Ahsoka? People seem to be getting upset for no reason, in my opinion. Also, justice for Maul. And he has a little picture of Maul being like, why are you booing me? I'm right. I mean, whenever I said like you dick, I'm like, well, I mean, Mace is a dick, but I mean, I'm not upset with him. That's what he would do. It's true to his character, you know.
Yeah, he
So-
has the most attitude on the council. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I feel like it also really reflects on Ahsoka and what Ahsoka said there about
Mhm.
not wanting to be a Jedi and about just doing her citizen duty. And it's like, well, then, you know,
Yeah.
it's that idea of like being a parent and having your kid getting to an age. It's like, well, if you want to act like a baby or, you know, act like a kid, I'm going to treat you like a kid. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to act like an adult, I'll treat you like an adult. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
one
mean,
of those ideas. So
I definitely agree.
yeah, I don't fault Mace at all on that.
No.
It fits his character, and he's just playing off of what Ahsoka said.
Yeah. A lot of people give him props for the music, definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was a lot of great mixes of Ahsoka's theme and all of that tenseness too. That was great.
Man, I'm just thinking of an edit in my head now of Clone Wars and Episode 3 together,
Yeah.
and like trying to think of like when's the best times to cut away and show this, and when can you come back, and how do you intermingle, and do you show the live action Mace and Ayla and Yoda and all that stuff talking, or do you just show the Clone Wars version, or can you? I don't know. It just
I get you, man. Evan Brown says, so I wasn't the only one who felt hurt seeing the nameless clones being gunned down by Rex and Ahsoka, right? It hurts so much in this episode because Filoni did such a good job of showing the audience through Rex that it is not their fault.
Oh yeah, not just I mean, and
Yeah.
you've become Clone Wars. I feel like has done such a good job of attaching you to these clones
Mhm.
that you don't get in the movies.
Mhm.
You know, Tup, Fives. You know, even just the rookies. Heavy,
Yeah.
Heavy wasn't even in there very much. But like the
I know.
rookie episode and seeing like what they go through to be what they want to be, and Rex here talking about, you know, war's all we've ever known, and if it wasn't for the war, we wouldn't be here. And like they have that touching connection moment there, and then
Yeah.
it's nice to see that for the most part, Ahsoka, she's fighting, trying to, I feel like not kill any of them. You know, it's a lot of force pushing away and knocking
Yeah.
them out, I feel like, but not just like cutting them or ricocheting. But I think Rex there, he's like, this isn't her fault. This is our fault. You know, like he takes it upon himself to gun down a few of his brothers to help save Ahsoka there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It hurts to see them go down like that, but
I agree.
And it's so different too, because I remember watching episode 3 and just being like, Cody, you fuck, like, fuck you, Cody.
But yeah, it really does. It really makes you kind of recontextualize those scenes where I'm like, it's Cody can't help it. That's why he is so just like, all right, open fire,
Yeah. And it's nice to have Rex here being like, all right, guys, Order 66, we are to exterminate the Jedi based on treasonous deeds. It has like a little bit of like reasoning, even if they're like, well, no, this sounds wrong. They're just like, all right, it's a programming and a reasoning. And if any clone turns on them and doesn't follow, they're treasonous too.
Eli says, do you think that the clones would not have attacked Ahsoka if she made it clear to them that she is no longer a Jedi as to the Council? Aaron, you were saying that you thought this was one of the most clear spelling out of Order 66, which is attack the Jedi leadership that has become traitors, So with Ahsoka being, I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. I think that it's an instinct more than it is a logical thought.
True. I think
they were gonna kill Maul too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Is that it was killing off Maul? It's like forcing it, but I think that there's like, here's the reasoning why traitors. That way, all the clones are on the same page as to what's going on. We're killing them because they're traitors, and that bounces back to the Chancellor being like, the Jedi tried to kill me. They're traitors of the Republic. They must all be killed.
Yeah.
So it keeps everything on the same page. But yeah, I thought that might be a way that Ahsoka survived. Is like, I'm a citizen. I'm not a Jedi. And then when everything goes down, Rex is like, well, you're a citizen. You're not a Jedi.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too, but I like this better.
But yeah, no. And then with, execute Maul, like that, how's that in the order? Like that's a little different there. But there wasn't really, I guess, a reasoning as to why they were going to execute Maul. Except for that he's a Force user with a Jedi or with a lightsaber. Maybe.
Yeah, I love how not only do they have him like completely restrained, but they cover his mouth because they know Jedi can do mind tricks. This is what I want from my Q&As here because I wrote this down. The Shadow says, nice little trivia here. Anakin's code is the day the Clone Wars movie premiered.
8108.
Yep.
I was wondering what that was. I didn't know. I'm like, 8108. I don't know. See, Eric, there's stuff behind numbers.
Sometimes. Tim says, I have to throw this out there as well, but I thought it was really interesting that Rex called him Lord Sidious. Cody and all the others call him my lord when given the order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Is that to do with some kind of hard coding of that biochip, or I mean, how does he know that is Lord Sidious?
I mean, maybe it's reflective of his combating of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe the reason they're calling them my lord is that they're not fighting as much, and he doesn't say my lord; he says Lord Sidious, to still give a yes sir kind of thing, but not to really take acceptance of the situation. I guess it could kind of more so reflect something like that.
Maybe because I mean he was in that conversation when they're talking about Sidious. Maybe it's another way that Rex is kind of like realizing what's happening and says, yes, Lord Sidious, and that kind of like Sidious, control of both sides, fives. We knew about this. We did nothing, until it takes over. Yeah, it could be something like that.
Could be. So as of right now, I'll go with something along those lines rather than any other reasoning. Oh man, he knew Sidious the whole time,
Yeah. Brody's breaking my heart. Did you notice that around 11:10, when all the clones were trying to kill Ahsoka, Jesse was there as well? Something I didn't notice on first watch. I did not notice that. I mean, Jesse doesn't have any special resistance either, but it's just still hard to watch.
Yeah, there's when it zoomed in, I see his helmet, and because he has on his helmet the same thing he has on his head, right? Like that kind of cog thing.
Yeah.
Because doesn't he have like a tattoo, like a big tattoo of the cog?
Yeah, it's a big Republic emblem.
Yeah. He has it on his helmet too, I believe.
Dang. Connor says in Rebels, Rex says that he didn't betray the Jedi like his brothers, but it was interesting that he was the one on the ship here to enact Order 66. Do you think if it wasn't for Ahsoka, Rex would have gone through with Order 66? I think it was more fives than it was Ahsoka, though. I mean, because Ahsoka was able to connect with him, he was able to stop doing it, you know?
Yeah.
But it is the wrong word for Rex to use, the word betray, because they're not in control, you know?
True. Also, I think during that segment, he's talking to Kanan, who already doesn't like him because he's a clone. I feel like I'd be like, I tried to, but I failed.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
I feel like
gotcha.
I'd word it differently.
Yeah.
So he was already on edge.
A lot of people talking about the Anakin code 8108, which is August 10th, 2008. I went and saw it premiere day. Did you see it premiere day?
I did not.
I took my girlfriend at the time to see it. She didn't like it. We broke up. Not right then.
I was
but
say you
later.
didn't break up right then, right?
It was the first crack, Aaron.
Every time Melanie says that to me, I slap her. At least now she doesn't say it.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. I do give her a hard time sometimes whenever we're talking about stuff. I'm like, well, you're not really a Star Wars fan, though. She goes, yeah, I am. Like, Melanie, that's one of the things you lied about when we started up, like being a Star Wars fan. She's like, no. Like, oh, yeah? Name 10 Star Wars planets. She's like, well, I don't know Star Wars as well as you do, but I still love it. I'm like,
Sure, I
okay,
getcha.
okay.
Yeah, no true Scotsman.
Yeah.
Cole says, did you notice the clone that said, quote, Ridge is down?
Mm-hmm.
Ridge was at the Battle of Teth. During the landing of Teth, a clone tells him, Ridge, your comm's gone static. So another named clone of ours that might have died this episode.
Gotcha.
Though I don't remember Ridge that much.
Yeah. Damn it, Melanie, why you put this phone in here?
All right, we're going to end with our friend Boba Skywalker, who says, hey, guys, I'm sure you'll cover everything, so I'm just going to say this. Thank you. Blind Wave has been there through some tough times in my life, and to share this final season of the Clone Wars with you has been truly special. May the Force be with you. Wow. And also with you, Boba.
Thank you, Boba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Star Wars. I love that. Like we can, as friends, we did this before, and I love being able to share it also with like you guys and talk questions and stuff of like, you know, the 8108 that we were like, what is that? I wonder.
Yeah.
You guys like, it's this. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yep.
It's so cool to know.
Yeah, it's a fantastic resource for us. I love being able to talk, you know, with you and other fans, especially like when we meet up at conventions or WaveCon or Star Wars Celebration. And it's just like it's a universal language you can have with somebody and being like, well, I don't know anything about you, but dude, Rex, Order 66, like I know. And then you have a connection with somebody. So it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fantastic. All right, well, that's the last Q&A for us. So we need a poll. The last poll for Star Wars: The Clone Wars. All right, guys, poll for this episode. It can only be one thing. Maul versus Vader. Who do you guys think had the better hallway scene? Aaron, you said Maul?
Yeah, I think so. I just think like his intimidation coming through there without a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And doing all that to those troopers, you know, they're fall back. He's got nothing, you know, just the Force. Whereas Vader's there, and like his is still intimidating in that darkness. But I think I'm gonna go with Maul. You know, he just grabs someone, pulls him. He's no,
Sure.
you know, he loses his arm. So good.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a great one. And again, I don't know if I should even be answering this question, but I'm gonna default to Vader just because, in terms of how much I love it, I've loved the Vader scene for a very long time. I've only loved this for like, this has been like I mean, it's like a relationship versus a one-night stand, you know? I just haven't had enough time to truly appreciate Maul's yet, so I'm going to default to Vader, Aaron.
Vader.
Default to Vader, so.
All right. Well, let us know, guys, over at patreon.com/blindwave. Vote, comment, tell us which one's your favorite, and we'll talk about it next episode, the final episode.
Bye-bye. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Not only do you want to hit the sub button to watch on Monday when we have the finale reaction, but we're currently going through with two people who have never seen it before, Rick and Calvin, who are right now getting into some very interesting episodes that you're going to want to check out. So sub for that and more videos every single day.